Hello, my friend, and welcome back to Mama Magma Yoga. My name is Tamu, and I'm here with your meditation or energy practice for the week of November 8th. So this is more of a practice than a meditation, though it invites you to utilize and to come into the place of meditation where we can learn to calm the mind. So this week we're focusing on Dharana and stagnation. Now, Dharana is single-focused concentration, and it's used in yoga to help us focus down on one thing so that we can find that inner calm, that inner space where there isn't a million things happening, and then we can learn from that place, that place of inner meditation, inner calm. So I invite you to stand today, to first bring the feet hip width distance apart, find your stance, stand up nice and tall, arrive in this moment, allow the palms to shine forward, the shoulder blades to run down the back body, the shoulders to relax away from the ears. Once you've found your stance, take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, tag some weight in the fingertips, close the eyes. Allow yourself to come into this moment. See if you can really feel the earth underneath your feet. Start to listen to the sound of your breath and don't worry in this moment. Don't expect anything of yourself. Just come into this moment as much as you can. Maybe your day has been really crazy. Maybe you've got a lot going on, so it's hard to be here. So let's allow ourselves to come into this moment. You've pressed play on this video, so just do your best to be here. Love yourself, have compassion, and try to feel your body. So first, let's feel our connection to our feet to the floor. See, hopefully you have bare feet. See if you can really feel the texture of your floor. Wiggle your toes. Move your feet around a little bit so that you can really feel where every little part of the foot is touching the floor. See if you can spread your toes nice and wide and find a nice foundation where the foot is connected to the earth. Beautiful. Then begin to travel up the body, feeling through your calves and your shins, maybe flexing and tensing, and then relaxing the muscles. Feeling up into your knees. How are your knees doing today? Just focus there. Bring your attention to the body. Focus on the knees. How are they doing? Can you lift the kneecaps? Can you allow for some movement to happen? Then can you bring that awareness up into the thighs? Maybe you tense the quads. Maybe you feel through your hamstrings. Maybe you bring some touch into there, bringing the awareness up into the hip creases, up into the glutes. You allow yourself to give yourself a little self-massage here. Just feeling into the body. Now come up into the root chakra and into the sacrum. Allow the belly to relax. Allow the lower ribs to relax. Allow that awareness to travel up into the heart, into the rib cage. Feel where your rib cage is at. Maybe feel up into the shoulders and start rolling the shoulders. Feel into your traps, into your neck. Maybe you start to make some circles with the nose or half circles. Allow yourself to feel into the back of the neck. Feel into the throat. Feel into the sternum. And maybe you shake the hands out a little bit. Feel through the arms, through the elbows. And allow your awareness to travel up through the back of your neck, into your head. Relax the jaw. Relax the lips. Relax the cheeks. Relax around the eyes and furrow the brow. Listen to your breath. Come into the moment. Grounding, 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 grounding. Becoming more and more present in this space, focusing on the body, the sensation in the body. Focus on the body. Nice. Once you arrive, take another deep breath in. Long breath out. Allow the arms to become heavy, the shoulders to become heavy, the tailbone to become heavy. Really feel those feet connected to the floor. Don't worry about shape too much. Let's just be here. Let's just really feel our body, feel those feet connected to the earth, feel the sensation that's happening in the body. Feel the breath moving in and out of the lungs. And you'll notice that with this focus being brought on the body, the mind becomes a little less busy. We've distracted ourselves and brought focus inward from the busyness of the mind. So continue to allow yourself to have that focus on the body, finding that sensation, maybe finding a little sway as you stand so that you keep that focus on the hips and the knees and the feet. Maybe in the lower back. Find a sway. Find a nice deep breath. So Dharana asks us to focus on one thing at a time. It asks us to bring that focus of our intention and really care about each task that we're performing, each direction that our focus is going in. So if that's on our work, in our workplace, if that's on a person who is talking to us, giving them our full attention. It asks us to really focus and to be meticulous, to have integrity in that interaction. So I know that a lot of people these days, myself included at times, there's a million things happening in the mind, and it's like we have 1,000 tabs open. And it's really hard to not flip back and forth and try to accomplish a million different things at once. And our energy is sent out in a million different directions. So practicing Dharana and bringing that single focused concentration down to one task can sometimes feel like all of a sudden we're not moving and there's no productivity and we've come into stagnation. But sometimes that's what's necessary to allow things to slow down, to calm down, to even come to complete stillness. Because we can learn from this place of stillness, and allowing ourselves to have a single focus can do that, can allow for more learning to come from within. So to help us with that in this practice, what we're going to do now is open the eyes if you haven't already. Come to stand with feet flush together. Feet are really together. Stand up nice and tall. First, we're going to take a deep breath in. Exhale, relax the shoulders, lift from the sternum. Bring the palms together at the heart. Feet are together, big toes are touching, a little bit of space between the heels. We're breathing nice and deep. We're hugging navel to spine. We're lengthening down through the tailbone. So we're trying not to have this kind of stance. We're trying to bring that pelvis right underneath us so that there's a nice long line from crown to tail. Beautiful. We each have sort of a natural curve to our lower back, but the idea is to bring the spine into more alignment. Beautiful. Stand up nice and tall. Inhale in. Exhale out. Now try closing the eyes or softening the gaze, and once again bringing your attention to the soles of your feet. It becomes a little bit more challenging to even stay standing without moving with the eyes closed. You have to bring more focus to the feet, to the hips, to the quads. So in order not to move, you have to bring more focus and awareness into the body. So play with that for a little moment. You might find that you've got a little sway that happens. Ooh, you've got to correct yourself. Maybe spread the toes a little wider. It's a bit more challenging with the feet flush together. Beautiful. So playing with that for a moment. Then we'll allow the eyes to flutter open. And we're going to practice going into tree. So we'll use this asana to help us bring our focus really into the body and allow it to single down and slow down. See if we can slow down time. Beautiful. So stand up nice and tall. Make sure you've got your foundation. Tuck that pelvis. Bring it underneath you. Then begin to shift your weight to your left foot. Shift your weight to your left foot and begin to peel up with the right heel. So you're peeling up with the right heel, lifting the right knee. Now, you'll know where you go in tree depending on your body. So in this, I hope you've also found a focus out in front of you so that you can keep your focus and help with your balance. So maybe if you haven't found that already, find your focus. Allow the right toes to touch the floor. Find your balance once again, and then begin lifting that right knee. So if you're someone who is new to yoga and is not that flexible, you're going to bring the sole of the right foot probably to the left calf or shin. So you're opening the right hip nice and wide. That knee is open out to the side, but you're bringing that right foot to the calf or to the shin. Don't bring it to the knee because you don't want to be pressing there. You can even bring that right toe to the floor and to help with the balance. So the right heel is on the calf. If you're someone who is experienced with yoga or if you have played with tree a few times, then you can try catching that right ankle and bringing the sole of the right foot to the inner left thigh. Then we're squeezing the right foot into the left thigh and the left thigh into the right foot. And we're standing up nice and tall. So wherever your stance is, whether the foot is on the calf or whether the foot is up and on the left thigh, see if you can squeeze those things into the midline and keep your focus out in front of you. Lengthen the tailbone down, lift from the sternum, and breathe nice and deep. So notice how you have to focus on the body here. You have to focus on your balance. You have to maintain your drishti or your focus out in front of you with your eyes so that you don't fall over. There's not really any room now for thinking about anything else in this posture. You have to maintain balance. And you have to do it well, or you will fall over. You have to care and bring attention to the body. You have to squeeze the thigh into the foot and the foot into the thigh, or the foot into the calf. You have to be aware of that presence. You have to stand up nice and tall, lift up out of this left hip crease. Breathing nice and deep. You have to focus on the breath. Focus on the palms pressing together at the heart. Focus on the sole of the left foot and the muscles that are at play there. So you're bringing that single focused concentration into the body. And there's not a lot of space for mind chatter to happen. Beautiful. Wherever you're at, take one more deep breath in. And on the exhale, allow the right foot to kiss down to the floor or the mat, whatever you decided to practice on. Stand up nice and tall. And just allow for yourself to scan the body and feel the sensation that tree pose or Vrksasana created within you. Notice where the mind is at now. And if you continue to practice tree, if you continue to practice any asana or any task, it doesn't have to be a yogic task, a yogic asana, in order to benefit from this. Maybe you do something like you write every day, or you do a craft, and that craft consumes all of your attention. Or even going for a walk every day and just allowing yourself to focus on the task of walking, focus on the sound of your feet, focus on how the wind feels on your body, the movement of your legs. Or you could do something like meditate for 5, 10, 15 minutes a day with a candle in front of you and just focus on the candle. Every time your mind starts to wander, bring your focus and attention back to the candle. So this week, I really invite you to try and find that single focus concentration and know that you're not depriving yourself of anything in that task. If anything, you're practicing bringing more loving attention and integrity and meticulousness to each task that you perform. And then each task that you perform and you give that attention, or that person that you're talking to, you're going to learn something from that interaction, from that doing, because you've given it your full attention. So if you're someone that cleans your house by doing a million different things all at the same time, you're over here at the laundry hamper, you do half your dishes, you go and you clean the counter, then you sweep the floor, but the counter's half done, and you sort of have to be like this all over the place. See what happens if you can practice doing one thing at a time and doing it really well. And just experiment with that and see what it brings into your life. Thank you for joining me for this little tutorial today, this little practice today. I hope that it serves you well. Whatever you decide to do this week to practice Dharana, I'd love to hear about it. I'd love for you to either find me on Facebook and send me a message, or post under this video here on YouTube. But let's talk about the tasks that we decided to take on and hear how it went for us, how it contributed to our lives, and what we learned about ourselves in the process. So yeah, once again, thank you so much. I hope this serves you well. I hope you have an amazing week. And until next time, the light in me honors, cherishes, and is in awe of the light in you. Namaste.